Traditionally, I don't really take much stock into celebrity news, but seeing that the 2016 Democratic primaries are coming up and I'm a huge Bernie Sanders supporter, I thought that it would be pretty fun to list the most well-known celebrities that support Bernie Sanders. Now, their support for him is important because I think that they actually have a lot of sway, and some of their followers and fans may not actually even hear about Bernie Sanders unless it comes from them, so they could potentially expand the reach of Bernie Sanders' message. Now, with that being said, here they are. Mark Ruffalo called him a blessing to the presidential race. Daniel Craig is a supporter. Danny DeVito is also a supporter. Diplo, the EDM artist, says, if I had any energy to engage the American political system, I would vote for you because you're on point. He said this to Bernie Sanders. Well, guess what, Diplo? You should have that energy because you have a huge platform. Go vote. Go register. Tell your friends to vote. There is Steve Wozniak, who says down with Republicans and Democrats. He wants Bernie Sanders. John Cusack endorses Bernie Sanders. Patton Oswalt, he says hi, Senator Sanders, and he had some other tweets too in support of him. Neil Young, I don't know who this is, but apparently he's a folk icon. Killer Mike, who's a rapper, says that he is officially endorsing Bernie Sanders' campaign because he called for the restoration to the Voting Rights Act. Susan Sarandon says that she wants a leader who's courageous and level-headed in times of crisis, and that's Bernie Sanders. Lil B says that he also endorses Bernie Sanders. Now, he switched support from Hillary Clinton to Bernie Sanders because Bernie Sanders marched against segregation in the 1960s. Sarah Silverman also supports Bernie Sanders because he's genuine and says what he means. Mia Farrow, who's an actress, says, however you may vote, Bernie Sanders is pretty great. He doesn't pander, is consistent and clear on important issues. Louis Black is also a supporter of Bernie Sanders. Julian Casablancas, I don't know if this is Julian or Julian, so if that's the case, forgive me because I don't know who this is. But he says Bernie Sanders is the only candidate not bribed and the only one fighting for the good. Will Wheaton says Bernie Sanders is having a rally at the sports arena on Monday, Los Angeles. Let's feel the burn. Cornel West has tweeted out multiple tweets in support of Bernie Sanders and also introduced him at a university. Ben & Jerry's, which is my favorite because they have Ben & Jerry's ice cream, which is absolutely delicious and a detriment to my health, but nonetheless, they're awesome. They want to get money out of politics, and of course, they logically support Bernie Sanders. Cole C. Sprouse, I only know who this is because I have a nephew who watches Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, but he is supporting Bernie Sanders. Justin Long also supports Bernie Sanders and tweeted out the same table that I tweeted out where it compares the top 10 donors of both Hillary and Bernie Sanders. She has all the corporations and banks. Bernie Sanders has unions. He's for the people. Tyler Oakley posted something on Instagram in support of Bernie Sanders and arguments why you should support him. This is a YouTuber. I don't really follow him, but he does have a huge reach. So I want him to get people in the YouTube community who watch YouTube videos to vote. And Tom Morello posted a Bernie Sanders meme. Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers says that Bernie Sanders is the only remotely reasonable candidate for the President of the United States. David Crosby says that he supports Bernie Sanders. Roseanne Barr says that Bernie Sanders is a great candidate because he will address the system that creates debt prisons, slavery, and banksterism. John Fugelsang has been very vocal about his support for Bernie Sanders. And finally, Frances Fisher shared a link to Bernie Sanders on her Facebook page and encouraged her followers to share it as well. This is awesome. Full disclosure, I don't know who the hell some of these people are, but although I have heard of them, which is why, since I recognize their names, I thought it was important to include them. Now, there is even more celebrity supporters of Bernie Sanders, but I only wanted to cite the ones that I thought would be most well-known. Now, that's kind of arbitrary because I may not necessarily know these people when a lot of people do. So if that's the case, then I apologize for that. So now I will keep my fingers crossed that these 28 celebrities will get his message out there, that they are going to share and ask their followers and fans to share as well. Because we need everyone on board. This is a grassroots campaign. Bernie Sanders, although he's leading in Iowa and New Hampshire, is the underdog. He's the anti-establishment candidate. So it's an uphill battle regardless if he has these two states. So what's important is that we all participate. And I think that if these celebrities kind of tweeted out more and try to share his stories, I think that could only benefit his campaign, and I'm really happy about it.